Josh Flint here with Jason Webster of Beck's Hybrids. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Can you kind of give us a rundown of what we're doing out here at Brad Dorsey's farm?
You bet. Today we're focusing on nitrogen management trials, and behind me is one of our Hagee high clearance rigs that we're using to apply different nitrogen rates out into the field. Now Brad Dorsey is our cooperator and one of our dealers at Beck's. He came in and he put his nitrogen out when he normally does at that V5 or V6 growth stage. And we set up some trials in a couple of his farms where we're looking at his normal rate of nitrogen that he applies, but we apply it just when that corn gets a little bit taller. Some of the corn we're seeing in the fields running about V10, V11, so we're pushing that nitrogen application just a little bit later, really when that corn needs that nitrogen in the most way. We're also looking at different rates of nitrogen. We'll take his normal nitrogen program and increase it 50 pounds. And then we'll also short it 50 pounds. That way the grower can realize if he's over applying or under applying nitrogen at the end of the season. He'll know what the right rate was should he have applied more or less. Now, one of the other things that we're doing is we're incorporating variable rate nitrogen. It's one of the things we've really tried to do over the past few years, but it's been difficult to do. We are adding Optrix sensors to this nitrogen toolbar, and these sensors actually will read biomass of the corn crop and tell us if we have sufficient nitrogen in the field. So we'll run these sensors about 2 to 3 feet on top of the crop canopy, and it'll get us a readings of a couple rows, and basically we can monitor going through the field how much nitrogen we need to apply through the field. So we were running this rig today, and the baseline rate was running about 25 gallon of nitrogen to the acre. In the best areas of the field, that nitrogen rate would come down because the corn didn't need any extra nitrogen. It was sufficient. But anytime we got into areas, low-lying areas where we had water standing, water going through the field, we had nitrogen loss. These sensors found that, and they took the nitrogen rate up higher. We were running up over 40 gallon to the acre in some areas of the field. So we're seeing some differences out there in the field. This is our first year of testing with the Optrix sensors. We're going to take a look at the variable rate technology and see how this works. But the most important thing we're doing here is we're looking at nitrogen rate timing, we're looking at nitrogen rate, and then variable rate nitrogen in this study.